You've been knocked down more times than you care to remember. People have looked at you and seen only the surface, only what's broken, what's been damaged. They saw your past, your mistakes, your scars, and they thought that was all there was to you. They thought you were weak. They thought you were someone who could be easily torn down, someone whose heart was too fragile, whose spirit was too wounded to ever stand again. They couldn't have been more wrong. You were never weak. You were just waiting for the moment when you'd rise, when you'd remind them of the strength they never saw coming. But let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly looked at yourself and realized just how far you've come? You've survived things that would have broken most people. You've faced darkness that threatened to swallow you whole. And yet, here you are, still standing. Not just surviving, but growing, learning, becoming stronger. They tried to make you believe you were broken. They tried to make you think that your pain would be your end. But here's the truth they never saw coming. You were never the victim. You were always the survivor. And that's why you're about to show them exactly what you're made of. At some point, we all face people, situations, and forces that try to bring us down. You've felt it. The whispers, the mocking, the constant reminder of everything that went wrong. But here's what they don't realize. Every time they try to push you into the dirt, every time they try to tear you down, they are unknowingly forging the weapon that will destroy them. They thought they knew you. They thought they understood your every weakness, your every fear, your every broken piece. They saw the cracks in your armor, the moments when you doubted yourself. They saw the pain you wore so openly and thought they could use it against you. They thought your past failures defined you. They thought because you stumbled, you'd fall for their manipulation. They tried to take advantage of your brokenness, convincing you that you would never recover, that you were destined to remain stuck in your mistakes forever. They didn't see what you were building inside of you. They didn't see the quiet fire burning in the pit of your soul. They didn't realize that every single mistake, every scar, every time you fell down, it all became a piece of the foundation on which you built your strength. They tried to tear you down. They tried to make you believe you were nothing. But what they didn't realize is that they were just testing the limits of your resilience. They didn't know you had already gone beyond those limits. You were growing stronger with every attack, more resistant to their poison. And they would pay the price for that arrogance. You know what it's like to feel weak, to feel lost, to feel like the walls are closing in and there's no way out. The feeling of being alone in a room full of people, of struggling to keep your head above water, while everyone else seems to have it together. You've felt it. The weight of disappointment, the burden of expectations, the exhaustion of carrying your own battles while the world watches. But here's where the story shifts. Because in those moments when everything feels impossible, something starts to happen inside of you. The pain starts to transform. The doubts begin to fade away. And you realize that you're not weak at all. You're stronger than you've ever been. They wanted to break you with their words, their actions, their manipulations. They wanted to make you believe that you didn't have the strength to keep going. But what they didn't realize is that every trial, every hardship you've endured has given you the tools to fight back. You've learned something about yourself, something the world didn't see, something your enemies couldn't comprehend. Your pain is not your weakness, it's your power. Your scars are not marks of defeat. They are proof of survival. Each one is a badge of honor, a reminder that you've been through hell and kept moving forward. You're not just a survivor. You are resilient. You are the person who gets back up, even when every bone in your body wants to stay down. And now when you look in the mirror, you don't see someone who's been broken. You see someone who has been forged in the fire, someone who is unbreakable, The world tried to convince you that you were weak, that your struggles would defeat you. But what they didn't see is that your struggles didn't break you. They built you. They made you the force that you are today. And now, with every challenge that comes your way, you rise to meet it. Not because you don't feel the weight of it, but because you know that this is just another battle to win. And you've already proven time and time again that you were never meant to lose. There comes a moment when everything changes. You've been through the storm, you've faced the darkness, fought through the pain, and now you see the light. You see the truth that they never saw coming. You see them now, don't you? The ones who tried to break you, the ones who underestimated your strength. They thought they had control, thought they could keep you under their thumb forever. But what they didn't know is that you were never meant to stay down. You were never meant to be their victim. You've grown, you've learned, you've outgrown everything they thought would define you. And now when you stand in front of them, it's clear who has the power. They thought they were controlling you, breaking you, forcing you into submission. But now you see it. They were never the ones in control. You were always the one with the power. They were too blinded by their own arrogance to see that. You were always stronger than they thought. And now as the tables turn, you realize something profound. You never needed to fight with them. You just needed to outlast them. And now the time has come. The final confrontation. The moment when everything you've been fighting for, everything you've endured, all comes together in one undeniable truth. You're not just standing. You're thriving. You're not just surviving. You're conquering. They thought they could destroy you, break your spirit, crush your will. But in the end, it was their own weakness, their own inability to see your strength, that destroyed them. You've done it. You've fought through every challenge, every obstacle. You've faced the darkness and turned it into light. And now, as you stand victorious, there's nothing left for them to take from you. They tried to break you. They tried to destroy you. But now they see it. You are unbreakable. You've proven to yourself and to the world that you are stronger than anything that comes your way. You are more resilient than anyone ever gave you credit for. And now as they watch you stand tall, they understand something they never saw before. They were always fighting the wrong battle. They were never supposed to break you. They were supposed to fear you. You're standing here today, not just because you survived, but because you learned how to thrive through adversity. Your strength was never in what they saw. It was in what they couldn't see. The fire inside you, the unyielding will that refused to give up, no matter how many times you fell. They thought they could break you. But what they didn't realize is that your scars were never signs of weakness. They were signs of survival. They were proof that no matter how many times life tried to take you down, you rose. And you didn't just rise, you became unbreakable. You've been through the fire, and you didn't come out unscathed. No, you came out stronger. They thought they could crush your spirit. But in the end, they were the ones who were crushed. You have everything you need inside of you. You are unstoppable. You are unbreakable. They thought they could break you. But you've become unbreakable. Now go and face the world. You're ready.